Let's have a look at that plan ETF trade. Looks like SPY's had a bit of a down day today. Where could we make sure we watch all those videos? It's the Small Account Challenge Inside Outlier Training with Joe, and that's where this one's going to be stored as well. But what do the exit signals show? Looking at the slide deck here that we access through the Outlier Discord, plan ETF lists those signals right here. Checking in on SPY, is there a buy or a sell signal? Need to go to the dashboard and make sure SPY is loaded up. The current signal looks to be a sell as of 24th. That was yesterday. Next signal would be that 30-day order block. But let's check into Qs, right? Let's stay on the sell signal topic. Now remember, we traded TQQQ using QQQ as the signal vehicle, okay? So the ticker being traded is TQQQ, and the signals are based on QQQ. So into the dashboard, we'll put in QQQ, and then we'll look for that sell signal. And of course, it did come today, June 25th. What signal type is it? It's a swing signal. Remember, those plan ETF signals are based on the swing signal. Also noticed no green today underlying that sell signal. There's also a sell in multiple locations inside Outlier to really highlight what the latest signal is. Remember, it only takes one signal to cause an action, but we'll go ahead and we'll look for those EMA crosses. Sure enough, it does look like the 10 is going to trend under that 20, and the price still remains above the 50. But what does TradingView say for the active pricing? We need to head over to QQQ, and we're going to double check. Now, you can't quite tell because the candle is covering it, but what you can do is look just to the right. The blue is over top of the black, so it hasn't crossed quite yet. And of course, we can see that the price is still over top of that 50, that red line. So that signal is technically still good, but remember, we didn't get there because of the sell. But let's check into those order blocks that I mentioned earlier. You need to switch over to the deep thought indicator, and you can see there is, in fact, an order block. It would be considered support, and you can see there has been some buying in there. The candle does have a wick, but keep in mind that the signal is based on order block age, right? And you can see on the screen, the age says 11 bars. Let me just clean up the screen here a little bit and do a measure. 11 bars or 16 days. So if we go back to the signal, it calls out that 30-day or more is the requirement. So that signal does not apply. Checking into the value zone, which you can get through Outlier's Discord in the FAQ and member contribution area. We can turn that on in TradingView, and we can see, in fact, the value zone is not lit green. It hasn't been for a few days, and that's because the price is below the 20. It's above the 50, but it's below the 20. And in fact, the signal is based on extension, so it need to be way above that red line. Remember, that red line is the 3 ATR above the 20, and this black line is the 20 EMA. The yellow line is the 2 ATR above that 20, and the red line is the 3 ATR above the 20. So that signal would really not even apply in this case because the price is far, far, far below that 3 ATR line. But again, remember, that sell signal is what would have triggered a change for me. And so I now need to be concerned with closing the plan ETF trade on ticker TQQQ. All right, now the question is, when? I know I'm going to do it today, but when? Okay, if I look at the chart, at least 30 minutes in, because I won't personally trade before 10 a.m., which would be, after the market has been open at least 30 minutes, I would see that there seems to be a price increasing, Okay. I've waited until 2:15 in the afternoon. I've noticed those EMAs are rising. Okay, the 10 is above the 20 and the price is over the 50. And I can see a bit of a overall trend that the lows are getting higher and higher, and the highs are getting sort of trending higher. Okay, so I would probably wait a little bit longer in the day. Again, because those EMAs are stacking up, telling me the price may increase. And looking back in here, quarter after three, I can see the EMAs have changed. The blue is under the black, and the price is under the red. So again, those higher lows and higher highs have changed. We've broken that trend. The price is underneath the EMAs, and it's underneath those trended higher highs. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place that close at mid. And if you remember, this trade was placed with Tradier. I'm going to send the order for all of the TQQQ shares. I can see it's immediately sent, and it's filled. The status says filled 44 at an average of 74.25. So that order has gone ahead and closed out. And I can even see in the portfolio area, I no longer have any quantities of any tickers. So this went ahead and it did process. It's in good shape. I did get that average fill of 74.25. Everything is looking pretty good here. Just double checking through Tradier, just to make sure I don't miss anything. It's free to check into these. Going ahead to the account view, I can see that this did cause a drawdown, and that's perfectly okay. Built into my plan is losses. I don't need a 100% win rate in order to be successful. I just need a high frequency. In the next phase of the trade in the market cycle, I would like to sit in cash because the signals just are not set up for me. So I'd be moving over to Plan SICAD-FU. And I have checked all the signals on Plan M, Plan ETF, etc., and now I'm considering that move to SGov. Unfortunately, I was having an issue when placing the trade in SGov. It just would not fill. Something was going wrong. And so I'm not going to be able to show that today. I'm going to have to go ahead and cancel it. Sometimes that sort of stuff just plays out, right? It may be that I need to make a call to the broker or what have you, but I'll work through it. Just double checking, the canceled SGov order here is not going to go ahead and process. The portfolio shows no tickers, no quantities, and so I'm in good shape.